building or I'm designing or I'm working with something, it's all about how it feels. No different than a painting. How does that painting make me feel? Well, so how does the art make me feel? Well, how does the architecture make me feel? So for all the things that I've done, whether it was, from engineering to finance to real estate to, dabbling in arts, that the processes and the methods are what's important, and understanding and having relationships and just being a really good listener. I mean, really what changes is really the vocabulary. It's like we talked about being a music, film producer or versus building a building. It's the vocabulary that changes. But otherwise it's so I always say to people, find the similarities, and that frees you up. And don't be afraid to try new things. Just change things. It's always about, part of the journey is learning to know yourself well enough, to not put yourself in a position to fail, or, and then, like I said, there's things that you could want to do or like to do. And when is it a hobby and when is it a career? This is where I'm probably very different, but tell you, being naive is your friend. So here I am, I work on Wall Street, what makes me think I can be a developer? Well, what makes me think I can't, So I started off doing my own loft apartments in Soho, right? So for whatever reason, and a lot of people saw the same space, just like a lot of people saw the Vagabond, I think where I realized later on where I'm probably a little bit, where my strengths lie is I kind of see things three-dimensionally. And I think that's sort of my math and my science background. So I'm able to walk into a room and see light and air. I've been the only woman in a room since I can remember, engineering was similar, it was like, I never saw gender. I never saw glass ceilings. I just never saw it. I think that, preservation, when done right, is a public benefit. It creates context, it creates texture. And I think it is part of community and really part of really our ideas of social resiliency, which is that the past and relationships and people and their stories matter.